What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. And guys, it is unit day. That's right. The gorgeous Ibuki has dropped, and we also have the scary ass Deathless Pharaoh Mummy Dhalsim. So what we're going to do is what we usually do. We're going to jump in and look at both of them as an initial review and see where we're at and how they look and whether they're going to be worth going for. Then we're going to do the actual fight realms. Then we're going to actually do a deep dive into the characters and kind of use them separately. And then probably a summon video for both. Just so you guys are aware, I am not sitting around with too many div tickets. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how many div tickets I have. I don't think I have any. Let's say three div tickets. And it's unfortunate because I really wanted to actually go for Ibuki. But let's get into the characters. Let's talk all about them and see where we're at and whether they're going to be worth your time and my time for pulling. So as predicted, she is a master unit, which is unfortunate because she was wind in the other versions, but let's get past that point. And then obviously Dhalsim is actually a thunder unit, so that was all predicted. So we're good to go there. Nothing to really talk about. Now let's talk about her first. She is a tech unit, a master unit, an assassin, and she has an ninjutsu style, which gives her 10 defense, which is nothing really. But let's talk about her garage first. So first off, she's going to be a speed character. So Bizang is no longer the king of speed. Vega is no longer the king of speed. This is the queen now of speed, period. So combos ignore enemy defense equal to 0.5% of speed, capped at 35%, which is pretty crazy to be honest. Upon dealing true damage with Sunny Wind, increased attack by 1% until the end of battle, stacks up to 20 times. So you can get up to 20% more attack for, I believe, her in general. Okay, so this is her cars. Let's look at her kit and see if those are a necessity, which they seem like they're going to be. Okay, start off with the passive here. So Sunny Wind, this is what they were talking about for the 6 cars. If Summer Ibuki speed is greater than the target's, her attack deal additional true damage equal to Summer Ibuki speed multiplied by 0.4% of her attack, capped at 150% of her attack. So increases the amount, so just everyone's aware. Let's see here, attack deals additional equal to Summer Ibuki speed. I'm wondering if this is an AoE. I can't really tell. Increase the damage of additional damage to Summer Ibuki speed multiplied by 0.5% instead of 0.4. Increases the attack to 180 instead of 150, and then has a 33% chance to deal additional damage twice, which is crazy good, actually, to be honest with you. So that's going to be interesting to see. Now, if we go back to her garage and compare, upon dealing true damage with Sunny Wind, she increases her attack up to 20%. So it's a hand-in-hand thing. Like, look at this. Look how sexy that looks, to be honest with you. Look at the kunais there. Anyways, back to this. So let's go to her super. Cool and refreshing. Tosses swim ring to deal additional damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE. Each target hit increases speed by 20 for 10 seconds. So clearly 3 targets out there, 60 speed, stacks up to 5 times. So I'm not sure how often that can be. I mean, if you go 4 bars and you spam this, her speed's going to skyrocket, right? Each target hit with speed by, each target hit increases speed by 30 instead of 20, which is crazy. Each target hit increases trigger damage by 10% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Trigger skill damage. I wonder if that's for everybody. Because I know she has a trigger skill right here, right? Bouncy Swim Ring. Cannot be manually unleashed. Unleashes automatically when ally fighter unleashes combo 1. Tosses a ring to deal damage equal to 96% to all enemy targets. Then throws a kunai to deal an additional 35% to attack to all targets. So a nice little rotation here of a swim ring and then a kunai. So 2 attacks. The explosion reduces target speed by 20 for 10 seconds. So you're now crippling your opponents. It increases the swim ring damage to 110%. This is actually really good. It's really, really good. Considering it's a trigger skill too, right? Which makes it even better. And then this is also, so more trigger skill units. Each target hit increases the damage of the next balance by 15. So this one here is unleashes automatically when a person does a combo 2. Jump up and throw a swim ring that bounces and hits the ground 2 times, dealing damage of 128 to each in a small area of attack. So that can be twice, I believe. And then each target hit increases the damage of the next balance by 15%. For every target hit, increases all teammates' crit rate by 10%. And stacks up to 30% crit rate. That's crazy good. So where can I see her being used? For 1000% PvP. She's going to be a crazy PvP unit. Whoever has her, you're pretty much going to go first every time. So you can see here, well, I've always said this from day one, speed is king, right? And speed also helps your super gauge increase too. So she's going to be essential probably for PvE, PvP, and bosses. Now, she does take up a slot 2, but she's not taking a slot 2 combo. She's taking up a trigger skill. So you can put her in with Bizang still, and you guys have crazy speed. Plus, on top of that, he increases speed as well too. Chun-Li increases speed, so you can use her OG Chun-Li as well too. So the more speed you give Ibuki, the more damage she does, the faster she goes, the more super combo you build, right? So very, very good unit, like incredible unit actually. It's probably going to be very long lasting. HP, attack, defense, and pressure. Explosive ring, so bouncy swim ring bounces 1 additional time. Summer Ibuki will throw a kunai that deals 35% of damage to all enemies. I think that's, so this is just an additional ring, so that's an extra 128 or 155% damage. Her assist skill here increases the assist of fighters crit by 10% if their speed is greater than the target's. That's incredible. That's going to be great for like Vega, Yun, DeCapre, Bizang, obviously. So these are great assists to give them additional crit. And it's a flat 10% if their speed is greater. So that's awesome. I mean, Chun-Li kind of is better still for the assist because she gives everybody the 10% crit, but this is still good if you need additional crit for a fast unit, right? Two of them together. 3 seconds after the fight begins, she gains 90 speed. Holy shit. But loses 3 speed per second. That's fine. This is crazy good. Holy man, that 10 is essential. That 20 is essential. 120 speed. For every 6 enemies that bouncy ring hits, refill the super combo gauge by 250. Oh my god, that's crazy. So she's a crazy good unit, guys. Like really, really good unit. I would definitely push her to FS 30. Amazing unit. I'm very happy that she's so good as she is. Too bad she's master, but I'll be working on her on both accounts now at this point. So that's to me a must-have unit for sure. Now the problem is, keep in mind Goken is coming, right? But luckily using different currencies to get him versus getting her, and then of course we have the collab which is going to come in a month. So let's look at Mummy Dhalsim. The first actual AOE damage dealing faction unit that's been released. So Thunder, Tech as well. Fighter class is attack, and he has secret arts. Attack is a good class to be in, to be quite honest, because fighting heart is really good for that. Okay, let's talk about his garage first. Grudge of the Pharaoh. If an enemy target reaches 5 times poison inflicted by Mummy Dhalsim, the target will receive 50% less healing and deals 15% less damage till the battle ends. So that's pretty good debuff actually. If an enemy target reaches 5 times poison inflicted by Mummy Dhalsim, their crit resist is reduced by 20%, which is also a very good debuff. So it looks like a good debuffing unit here. I would say probably pretty essential for the cars. For what I just saw. So let's take a look at his passive. Curse of the Pharaoh causes an explosion when an enemy afflicted with poison is knocked out, dealing damage equal to 310% of an area of attack. Explosion cannot trigger crit and cannot be parried or dodged. So it can't be crit and it can't be parried or dodged. So that's fine. I mean, it's not that bad. The explosion has a 100% base chance to inflict 1 times poison. If a target hit by explosion has at least 5 poison, the explosion has a 100% chance to do a stun for 3 seconds. Oh, then skill 4 it can actually do a crit. So that's good. So what does poison do? Reduce speed by 8. Okay, so it looks like speed is a theme here. When using a skill, lose 1% of max HP. So if you do that 5 times, you're looking at 5 times 8, and then you're looking at 5% of max HP, capped at 80% of poison's attack. Stacks up to 10 times. Oh, stacks up to 10 times. Okay, so this can be done 10 times. Last 15 seconds. So why does it say? Oh, at least 5 poisons. Okay, so you can do 10. So you can do 10% of wow. That's actually a lot of HP. That will be crazy for bosses. I think he might be a boss unit, to be quite honest. And any tank, you might be a tank killer too. So we'll have to see if we can even stack it 10 times. Because a lot of times they'll say this stuff like this, but we don't know how many times you can actually stack the thing based on how many times you actually connect and how often you have to do it. So let's see what actually causes poison, right? So Grave Growth, gain Toxic Ring status for 15 seconds. Toxic Ring, when attacked, there is a 15% chance to inflict 1 times poison on the attacker. Okay. When attacking, deal damage equal to 97% of attack, last 15 seconds. So this will have to be somebody who does AoE or somebody who hits him. I'm assuming he's a range unit in the back. If Toxic Ring or Toxic Spirit is active, attacks have a 5% base chance to inflict. Okay, so that's good. So attacks now have a chance to poison at a very low rate, 8%, really the high one. And we've talked about this. So we'll have to see how this works. Great against AoE teams because he does kind of a counter here, but I don't know how the 8% actually stacks. So we'll have to take a look and see how good he is there. Strike multiple targets dealing soul damage equal to 87% of attack. Upon landing, generate a toxic cloud that deals soul damage equal to 52% of attack every 1.5 seconds. So he's a dot unit. So damage over time, if you don't know what dot means. With a 15% base chance to inflict poison, toxic cloud lasts for 6 seconds. Increases toxic cloud base chance to do poison by 20%. And then every damage to 1.2 seconds instead of 1.5. So This is a skill 1. Again, would have to see how quickly he can stack poisons. This is all coming down to that. Strikes enemies in a large area 5 times. Soul damage has 10% base chance to inflict 1 poison. Goes to 584. It's a pretty significant increase. And then base poison chance to 16%. So this might be the better of the two as a damage dealer. So we have to see how much, first off, he can stack, how often he can stack it. So we'll test that out. And then he looks like he might be an incredible unit for bosses. So we're going to see how that works out. All right, let's go here to the Fighting Spirit, Pharaoh Skeleton, 12 attack, 15 defense, a lot of defense, jeez. Effect accuracy, which makes sense. Upgrade Toxic Ring to Toxic Spirit. When attacked, there's a 25% base chance to inflict poison. When attacked, dealing soul damage. Okay, so he adds soul damage, I think, to that move. When a fighter is in assist position, when assisted fighter is knocked out, inflict 4 times poison on all enemy targets. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, it's like a suicidal thing at the end. Increases duration of Toxic Spirit to 18 seconds. So this becomes, his special becomes, his super becomes 18 seconds. Every 9 seconds while Toxic Spirit is active, generate a Toxic Cloud that lasts 4 seconds. This Toxic Cloud deals soul damage equal to 10% of attack to enemies in a range. And then increase effect accuracy by 100% when attacking targets with less than 5 poison. Increases damage by 35% when attacking. Okay, this is really good. That there might actually be the difference. They might want you to push the FS 30 in order to stack way more poisons, because when someone has 5 or less poisons, you're doing 100% more effect accuracy. And then also you increase the damage when somebody has when attacking a target with at least 5 poison. So if you have less than 5 poison, you get effect accuracy. If you have 5 or more, you do more damage. So listen, I don't know how he's going to be. We're going to have to test him out. He looks like a dot unit. I think he might be a really good boss unit. I don't know if he is the same as he is in the other versions. I was actually expecting more of an AoE damage dealer, but he's a straight up dot unit. Like, he does damage over time. So, which is not a bad thing, by the way, guys. We have to just test them out and see how it goes. But I'm curious to see with bosses. The problem is they do specials only, or they do skills only when their super gauge is up. So if poison lasts for, how long does poison last for? 15 seconds. I mean, yeah, that's enough time to definitely hit them for 10% of their damage if you can stack it 10 times. But again, can you stack it 10 times? All right, guys. So initial reviews. Summer Ibuki seems like a must-have pretty much for, I'd say, all content, realistically. She might not be the greatest for bosses. We'll have to check that out. But she looks amazing on everything else. So bosses, I'm going to have to test her out to see. She's more of a trigger unit, obviously, and a speed unit, which is great for building super gauge and doing and not taking up a slot for combos. But we'll have to see how she is. I'm curious to see how she does on bosses. Everything else, though, I think she's going to be stellar. Absolutely stellar. Mummy Dhalsim, on the other hand, seems like he may be a boss unit, but not the other way around for everything else, except for maybe PvE. He might be really good for PvE, especially for places like Tower, because he can do dots and stack them and take out opponents quicker that way with Toxic Cloud, and maybe really good for storyline. But again, have to do all that testing. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.